Alrighty guys, another episode of Shellonomics. Today we are with the creators of turtletracks.info, a website dedicated to us vintage toy collectors. I'm here with Narc and Turtle Chris. How you guys doing today?
Good. Pretty good. Good. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. So what was your guys' first intro to turtles? Narc, I'll start with you.
Growing up in the 80s, early 90s, my first love was Motu and then Real Ghostbusters, and then when I turned 8 is when the Turtles came out, and it was just like that perfect storm, perfect age to like totally get into something totally new. And watching the cartoon and then going out and needing all these freaking mutants, I had to have them all. And I lived in a pretty small town, so it was kind of hard to get a lot of them. So I just fell in love with it, and then the movie came out in '90 and blew my mind even more, and loved those green guys ever since.
Nice. And you, Chris?
Kind of similar to Craig's. I like the Motu, Real Ghostbusters, all the 80s stuff at the time. And then I think around late 88, my parents were telling me about a show called Ninja Turtles. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. So I watched it and was hooked. Hooked ever since. I think a couple days later, we went out to a store and I found a Michelangelo action figure and I got him. And after that, just kind of spiraled from there. I was like, oh, I need the other turtles, and then the wacky actions, the bad guys, just kind of kicked off the obsession from there.
Yeah,
and
exactly like Narc said, it's like Pokemon. You got to catch them all. This was a merchandising feast. Yeah, you couldn't just have one Mikey. You had to have one that was wacky action. Had to have the mutating Mikey, the troll Mikey, the giant Mike, farmer Mike, Halloween Mike. The list goes on. So with that in mind, what was the intention of your guys' website? How did you two come together and say, look, we want to make a website for turtle fans known as Turtle Track Info? And Chris, how did you guys come up with the name of the website too, first of all?
Craig actually came up with it from the first episode. It's called Turtle Tracks.
Okay.
I was like, that'd be a good name for that. Yeah. Kind of a reference to that, pretty much what got us all into the turtles.
Tracking down what you need, the accessories, going deeper.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of a double meaning there. Yeah, he'll track them down, and we just kind of wanted a website where it's just easy just to go in there and see this is exactly the parts that you need. This is the figures. How many parts? A lot of people, they would get like a Leonardo figure. They find like the swords, and they might not know, hey, they came with all these other little bits and pieces too, the throwing stars, the little daggers. A lot of people forget about the weapons rack that comes with it, the sprue originally. That actually you could hold the weapons on there. So we got to include that as well.
Yeah, and also like when Chris and I went hard on collecting turtles, I guess it's before the turtle boom, I guess,
Right.
And we were like, man, it would be really cool if we could see like a really super detailed guidebook website, something on what parts exactly do we need, because we would go back and forth with each other texting, hey, what does this go to? What does this go to? And then one day we're just like, yo, let's just do this and let's make a website. But at first it was we wanted to do an app, but an app was going to cost us way too much out of pocket. So Chris knows coding and all of that. He's like, I can get us a website up going and on the low, and he did that, and now we're here.
So just out of curiosity, does .info, is it a lot more expensive compared to a .com, or is it just because you guys are making like an informative site that you got that instead?
Yeah, the .com was like what, $25,000 to obtain. It was ridiculous.
Oh
yeah, somebody owns it.
Yeah, the Turtle Foundation, like the real like sea turtles.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yes,
actual turtles.
Yeah, turtles, but like real turtles.
I think info fits it a little bit better too.
Sure. Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, exactly like an origin. So if you guys are cool with it, I'm actually going to go ahead and take our viewers to the website now. I really enjoy the layout, so you guys won't be able to see it on our call, but I am going to go ahead and pop it up here, and we're going to see the website here. So how did you guys, like, is Turtles 2 your favorite game? Because I can see those are the characters from, you know, the NES arcade game, which is rock solid.
My favorite is Turtles 1. There's actually have been putting together a shrine for it for a while. At the very bottom left. But yeah, I felt that the Turtles 2 ones fit, you know, kind of like framing the logo and everything.
Yeah, no,
And Turtles 2 is definitely my favorite Turtles game for sure.
Oh,
For
really?
sure.
Why is that? Is that just because you got the pizza coupon? You got a free pizza with it?
Yeah, pizza's always good, but I don't know. It's just like Turtles 1 frustrated the hell out of me when I was a kid playing it. I was like, when Turtles 2 came out, I was like, okay, this is a little easier for me to play. I can actually get through the entire game without losing my mind. But I do have a lot of nostalgia for the first one, of course. But yeah, just as a kid, I just get so frustrated.
Let me tell you, as a gentleman who's aged well, that game has aged well. I finally did beat it last year with my friends on Twitch. Now, without cheating, first, you know, with the Cowabunga collection, you get that nice rewind feature. So it's like training wheels, right? You can go backwards if you screw up at the dam, or that lovely trap where you grind all the way and you fall. Oh, there's a pizza, and they call it the trap pizza with the spikes. You know, it was just nasty. So it did feel good to finally beat that one without cheats. Chris, have you ever beaten that one, and since you say it's your favorite?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I don't think I actually still have my childhood copy from 1989.
Oh, my.
So remember the day I got it, and I think I've probably played it like every year since I got it. So I've beaten it plenty of times. Now there's some times where the game will mess with you or whatever, and I'll end up getting into the Technodrome and just getting wiped out.
Yeah.
But I can definitely get to the very end of the game, and I love it. It's a lot of people. It's controversial and stuff, but there's ways to get through it.
And Narc, who was your favorite boss in Turtles 2, the NES game? Were you a fan of the Coca-Cola Bear, Tora, or anybody else that stands out?
Coca-Cola Bear.
Yeah.
He's in the ice level.
Yeah, I
Ice
thought it was,
level?
yeah,
Yeah, the one they added,
yeah.
the one they added in for the NES.
Yeah, his real name's Tor. He's the dude that throws boulders at you all day with the module, and you get springs here.
That's right.
I just call him Coca-Cola Bear. Yeah, that bat. I wish he'd be awesome if they have a NECA figure of him. So you have a nice collection of toys in the background, Chris. And also, guys, later on, we're gonna, as you can see here, we do have an amazing YouTube channel from Narc as well, talking about toys. We're gonna get to that later. But Narc, I'm sure you got a badass collection as well of these turtles.
You know what, I was pretty close to completing the entire collection, but like we got our floors redone. I redid my entire room, and I didn't have space for everything, because I love turtles, but also love so many other lines too. So I had to purge a lot of them. But up until like a year ago, I was pretty close to completing the entire line as far as figures go.
Oh, okay. And you mean by complete, like complete with accessories too? Like, you know, finding those hard pieces for like your Shogun Shotes and...
Yeah, I had a lot. What was that number, Chris? That like combined together, you and I, we were missing how many?
I think we were only missing about 20.
20?
Wow.
20 or so.
Yeah.
And it was just, I think, undercovers, of course. And you had some of the big hitters, like you had Scratch at one point.
Scratch,
Yeah.
Hotspot,
yeah.
Some of the Shoguns. But yeah, and then also it took up so much room. Like I don't know if my collection video is on the front page still of info, but like I had 2.5 walls, and it was just nothing but turtles, and like had no room for anything else. It was madness, but I enjoyed it. I freaking love hunting those down. I still pick them up when I see them at a good deal. Like I don't want to spend like a crap ton of money. But yeah, we were super close to completing that entire line. It was crazy.
And just the friends you make from it, right? Like I say, if you're whether with a Facebook group, sometimes just, and a lot of us are helping each other out. It's like, look, I'm looking for this guy. Oh, hey, well, I don't need this, but I see it on eBay. Here's the link, or I see this one at a flea market. I'll get it for you at cost. And isn't it always nice when you go on those, what is it, flea markets or whatever, and you see people who don't know turtles? Like I've shared this one before. All three of us know who Walkabout is, right? The fox turtle, right? Well, sometimes you'll see him with animals of like penguins, and it's like, wow, this person doesn't know this is even a Ninja Turtle. What is this going for? $1? Okay, thanks.
Okay. Yeah.
With tail, yeah, exactly. So I guess before we get to the website, what are your guys' favorite turtle finds since we're on the Toy Talk here? From a thrift store or whatever, because you guys are hardcore collectors, so I'm sure you got a lot, but is there one that stands out in particular?
What did you find at PowerCon, TC?
Oh, that Toon Shredder, like mint condition for $35.
Yeah,
With,
that was nice.
yeah, you don't really find him with like the mask like not damaged or little armor's missing, and yeah, I pulled it out and clean. Nothing missing. I already had like all of his accessories too. I picked up.
Oh, all the red ones.
That was
nice.
That was a good one.
Turtle fine, just like blew my mind. Which one would it be? I mean, before the turtle boom, I call it like before turtles went crazy.
Yeah.
I used to buy lots off of eBay, like all the time, and I got a lot of the heavy hitters then, before everything went up. So I mean, like, the pink belt, yellow S slash. I got that complete for like $25, and then also the what was it? The movie star Dawn, the European one with the different color.
Oh yeah.
Weapons. I got him for like $20 at a toy show. Like, was it like last year? And
I think so. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Didn't realize it was like a couple $100. So that was a good find.
Oh, that's actually a good question too. Just in regards to your collection now, did you guys also include variants like the extra neutrino, and the Euro figures? Then were you counting those too for your whole collection?
I wasn't. I wasn't. I wasn't.
Okay.
Especially like I went over to Europe this past November and seeing the prices of those guys. Like now I'm like, man, I don't think I would have completed all that.
Yeah.
With the Token and Razar and Persian Bananas and geez, it was $400 or $500.
Yeah.
Like complete. Same.
And those undercover ones that Chris brought up are still going up in value, which is just crazy. They just up. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, if you guys translate, so we're gonna start with. So your guys' goal is to have every turtle up here, but I'm just gonna walk them through the original set here. So beautiful layout here, guys. And what made you guys make this site so user friendly? Like I say, it's not too flashy. It's not like the old MySpace where you got music popping or anything. It's just look, here are your turtle figures. So what made you guys, focus on simplicity?
Mainly just the user interface. Like you said, I don't like going to some sites that all the ads pop up. I'm just trying to look for a certain part. I just want to go there. Here's what it is. This is the figure. This is all the parts, and just have it laid out. I'm hoping people can use that as like a checklist. That's why we kind of have it separated in rows and columns. So you can just take a picture on your phone and just X out whatever you find everywhere.
Oh, that's a good point. Because you guys talked earlier about it. You guys wanted this to be an app-friendly site, like you guys said that was your goal. So it kind of could be like an app if you screenshot it. No, it makes perfect sense.
Oh yeah, that's what I actually do when I'm hunting or whatever. I go to like sites like Transformer Land and stuff like that. I do collect a lot of other things besides turtles, like He-Man, Star Wars, superpowers. So I have like pictures of all those with their weapons, and just X them out. So that's why I try to, reflect in turtle tracks.
Oh, okay. I see that now. So
a visual way of collecting.
No, I see that now because we have the accessories blown up on Leonardo, and exactly, here's your photographs, guys. When you see it, you got your weapon rack, your ninja stars, your daggers, and the katanas. So like you say, you can just take a picture and then just put a nice little, red X right through it, or however you want to go about it. Okay. And you guys also have the vehicles. And I know, let's see, yeah, Party Wagon. God, I forgot about the missiles in that Party Wagon, actually. It's been a while since I pulled mine down.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot of pieces there.
So the thing with the vehicles, they had all little pieces, and then some of the ones that fall off. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's easy to get.
Mutant module with all the drill bits.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, those drill bits. There's 12 total, I think. Or
I think so.
yeah, I'm missing one. All the stuff on the site is actually our personal collections.
really.
We have not put any. I do have people that are going to submit some stuff that we don't have. I got a buddy who got like the entire line of the 1997 dinosaur turtles with all the parts.
Oh, wow.
So we'll probably call in like some outside help, but for now everything is Craig and I's collections.
Gosh. Well, right here, and now I got up the module that Chris put up here. So you've got 3, 6, 9, 12 drills, followed by 6 tubes, followed by 2 small thrusters. Yeah, good luck collecting that without your guys' checklist.
Oh yeah, it's and then some of the parts that fall off of that thing, like
yeah. So in my mutant module, I had to get a little of the not super glue, but like a hot glue, just a little dab, just to keep the bits on from falling off. Because I would come in my collection room and I'm like, oh, God, where's those bits at? They would always freaking fall off. So, man, yeah, just those little parts, especially back in the day. Like, it blows my mind that how a lot of this stuff is still around. 40 years later, like it's 41 years later. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Really made it.
And they're still doing well, actually, I guess I'll do 2 questions. One, what do your guys take on the remake toys, like your Technodrome, like the reprints? And 2, are you guys the fans of the Playmates remaster toys? I just wanted your guys' thoughts on. Chris, we'll start with you.
I love the remasters. I'm actually hyped about the new ones they just announced, and I have all 4 of the turtles. I kind of hope they continue this and do as many characters as they can. And 100% behind that. As far as the remakes, I don't do those. I have pretty much all the ones that are out. I have the originals of, and I've noticed on some of the remakes, they're not. I don't know how to say it. Like take Bebop for example. They didn't like paint in all of his features or whatever, like they did on the 80s one.
Yeah, like his pants are totally black and
yeah, his pants. He should have like red shoes and like details or whatever. They just lazily put black paint over all of it.
Jeez, and what's your thoughts on this, Craig? I'm with Chris. I like I like the remasters. I'm excited that they're redoing those because it looks like they're fixing Leo and Don's head. Remember, you noticed they had the heads wrong, and it looks like they finally got some Stridex pads. I think they're getting rid of a lot of those warts now too. They're cleaning up the figure. So, want to take your take on that too.
Yeah, the remasters are great. I have no problems with those. I think they're really cool. The remakes, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm splitting away where I'm like, one, I'm just like, don't do it again. Don't touch it, because I feel like, how many times have they done the re-releases, Chris? Like,
Turtles themselves, I think it's been about 5.
Yeah.
And then they've done like some of the enemies in the past. Now they're doing that as well. And now, I mean, I think it's a good thing if you just want to, you don't want to deal with the old stuff.
It's a cheaper way to get the characters you want. If you don't want to drop $50 on a complete turtle, then you can go to Walmart and get it for 12, 13, whatever it is. But also, another thing I don't like about it is that, I feel, and I've seen it already, people mixing the new weapons with the old weapons and calling it vintage.
Ooh.
And it happens, and I see it at toy shows, in auctions and stuff like that. And it's just like, dang, you really got to know what you're looking for. Just like there's a slight color variation. Definitely, there's a different texture. Way that the remake weapons come off the weapons rack. It's done differently, so if you can see a little tab, like, you just got to know what you're looking for, so you're not getting like screwed over if it's like a remake. I don't like it for that either.
Yeah. No, I
Just to
agree.
keep it there. But I mean, if you're balling on a budget and you don't really care if it's vintage or not, then that's cool. But otherwise, I don't really like it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like when you watch a movie, like, well, because we grew up, like, say, in the 80s and 90s, and there's a couple of movies that, you know, that they edit now. Like, I used to be, are either of you guys familiar with Jim Henson's A Christmas Toy? Have you guys ever heard of that one? Maybe
A
not.
Christmas Toy.
Yeah, it was one where they actually had Kermit the Frog, you know, starting the movie, but now since, you know, they sold the rights or whatever, it's like he's not there anymore. So I get what you're saying in regards to toys. Like, well, like because of the Technodrome, isn't it smaller? The remake one? Yeah.
Yeah, it's smaller, and they added a piece too, because I was like frantically checking other sites after I saw the little the circle piece. The original, it did not have like a strap on it to keep the turtle in place.
Mm-hmm.
Now the new one does.
Oh wow!
And I had to check and be like, did I miss a piece or whatever? And I looked everywhere I looked, it doesn't have that strap in the original one. But on the new one, it does.
Wow.
And then the smaller thing doesn't scale or something. Somebody was saying with the figures.
Oh really?
I think they said the remasters work good on it, but the original Technodrome, it is kind of smaller. I don't know if the molds shrank or what they're going for.
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm with you guys. You know, if it's for you, like I say, if you're new to the collection and you're on a budget, you know, go for it, because it is kind of hard to find, especially like you say, getting these, you know, vintage vehicles complete. But you know, teach their own on it. Yeah, the remasters, though, I love. They're a great affordable price. I really dug Mikey's nunchucks, how they move with the chains. They did that good. Who's coming out next? Is it just Shredder and Rocksteady? Is that right?
They announced Splinter the other day.
Oh, Splinter! Nice.
Yeah, I could have sworn I saw a fourth one. It's Rocksteady, Shredder, Splinter.
We talked about this.
Well, maybe
the other
Bebop
one?
then. Maybe it's both of them. Or Krang, one of them, I would think. Okay.
Yeah,
I would assume Bebop should be the next one they put out.
You would think so.
But I'm looking forward to those. As soon as I see they hit Walmart, I'll be there. Trying to find them.
Same. So out of your guys' collections, Craig, I'll start with, what are like your most sentimental Ninja Turtle figure? Like if there's a story behind it, like if you got one for Christmas, and then your favorite piece.
Okay, so sentimental. It's a Ninja Turtle item, but it's not a figure. It's actually a shirt. It's a TMNT shirt from '89. It says TV time, and it has like the turtles popping out, and there's a TV in the front. I don't have too much stuff from my childhood, but that's like one piece that I do have. So that's like top notch in my, in that department for sure. And then favorite piece. I have some movie vintage turtles that I helped out with Celebration, Ken Scott and Brian's turtle show, and I had a bunch of those like signed by the cast members, so that's like super cool for me. It's just to have like the people in the costume, the voices of the movie turtles, like signing those are super dope.
And those guys are so down to earth too. I hope I get to meet them in person. I'm sure. What was your experience like meeting them in person?
I met Ken a couple of years ago. Like, I live in Fort Worth and he lives in Fort Worth. So, he contacted me and he was like, "Hey, let's hang out." I was like, "Okay, I'll hang out with you, Raphael." Just kind of nerding out. And then, met up with him, totally down to earth dude. And for the past couple of years, we've been, helping each other out with different projects and like with Celebration stuff. And, I did a Whatnot show for him where he came over to the house and was signing stuff. And then I got to meet like Brian, Tochi, and Robbie, and Judith, and Ernie, and Francois. They're all super cool people, like super down to earth. Like because I was super nervous because I'm like, man, these are like my heroes, you know, like
Right.
I don't really fan out too much, but like when I first like walked in that green room with everybody in there, I was like, whoa, what's going on? And then right behind me comes Kevin Eastman walking right next to me, and I'm like, holy crap! Like I was speechless.
Yeah, talk about starstruck, dude. That's awesome. Chris, how about you for your sentimental piece and your favorite piece?
But we're talking about the NES game. That's probably my sentimental piece.
Okay.
I still have mine from childhood. Still remember the day I got it, and I'm a huge NES fan as well. So never really stopped playing the NES. So I always try to play it every year or so, a couple times a year, just go through it. And then my favorite piece will always be the original Mikey.
There you go.
It's the one that got me into this. So just always love seeing that figure. And
Nice.
but yeah.
Hence why he is your current Discord avatar too. I noticed.
Oh yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's the best turtle. Right. Right.
I agree.
Leo's best. Leo, you're wrong.
Oh, that's why it'd be cool to meet Brian Toach then. Chris, have you ever played Tournament Fire since you're a big Nintendo guy? Have you beaten all 4 Turtle games for Nintendo? Turtles 1, 2, 3, and Tournament Fighters?
I wouldn't really say I beat Tournament Fighters on NES. I played it.
Yeah.
I have it, a copy of it, but I have beat the other ones. Yeah, all 3 of them. A couple times. 3 is a little bit tougher, but I have gone through them all. Tournament Fighters, I do have all the versions, and I have to say my favorite probably on that is actually the Super Nintendo one.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. It's cool to have Casey Jones in the Sega one with his cheap little bomb move, but besides that, that one's just the final boss. That got me to get that repressed retro rage we all had when we were youngsters, where it's just like, how is this so difficult? So, and Shredder in the Nintendo one can be quite nasty too. He's got that move where it's like if you like sneeze at him, he's gonna like grapple you to death. So, I feel on that one. So what are your guys' goals for the Turtle Tracks info? Where do you guys see yourself at the end of this year? Like I see it's under construction, but you guys got, I would say, close to like 60% of the vintage set done. What do you guys see for the rest of 2025 coming?
Get more figures up. I want to try to get like a update schedule, at least something every week. Spend a couple hours on it, maybe even more. Get more figures up and get a lot of the like you said, you see all the stuff on the side. I figure it's going to be like a kind of an always under construction site, just whatever needs filled in. But I want something in each of those. Like I'm going to start putting up for the merchandise. I have like the Burger King badges and marble sets are going to go up first. But then go down, each list and just fill something in and just get it all kicked off.
Even European stuff, right? We'll talk about that.
We talked about we added the bootlegs. I would like eventually in the future. Right now, we're kind of focusing on the U.S. stuff, but there's like some Japanese exclusives for the minis, a couple figures, European stuff. Eventually, like I kind of started like on the slash page. I think we have the yellow variant with the purple belt, or I want to add like all the variant information and even stuff like the re-releases. Okay, how many times has the Leo figure got re-released? What versions of it? Variants. How many weapon colors are there? But,
and I noticed that on the Leonardo already on that first page. It shows all of them, like the hard head and the re-releases. You guys are right too. I forgot how many times they re-released our generation of toys during that 88 to 96 spot.
Yep, I think it was 2009 was the start when the originals came out.
2012 again, right?
Yeah, then it was 2012 they released they're doing just the Turtles for a while, and then I think 2013 they started doing the other ones like Shredder, and then they did some of like the variants. Like I remember Delta Dawn got a re-release back then, and Skater Mike and stuff like that. So they're just kind of playing with the market then, and then when Turtles really took off, think around 2020, I noticed like when everything started going up, that's when they just started pumping them out.
Yeah, I think NECA had a lot to do with that too. I think that got a lot of people back on the, oh, I love turtles. These figures are cool. Wait, when you check
Like NECA, Super 7,
Super 7 too. Yeah,
Super 7 jumped in, and now you can't go anywhere without like a turtle crossover somewhere, or all like I think I posted on my Instagram that Snackles or something. I forget what it is. It's like a ball, but it's shaped like the turtles. They're like little plushies or whatever. And it's just like they just slapped the turtle brand on everything now.
Everything, man. Everything.
You gotta really pick and choose what you want to collect. There's so much of it.
That is some great advice. I was going to ask you guys that question when we start bringing this in for a landing, because I'm very scared. Because if I start buying NECA, I know it's going to be like Pringles and potato chips, because you just can't stop me. They got the Crooked Ninja Turtle Gang, which would have been an awesome toy to have as a kid. They have Zach. I mean, the variants of the Easter Bunnies, Bebop and Rocksteady. It's like, all 4 Punk Frogs. I mean, did you either you guys get into the NECA collecting?
I have
really?
2 drawers
Nice.
full.
Oh wow, that's what I mean.
I put them up because there's no room. I actually got that new April, the Granny April coming out from Last Running. Should be here today, and then Casey I'm picking up tomorrow from Last Running. So I stay on top of like the NECAs, but I pick and choose now too. Like before, I was getting everything. And they just got so many, like you said, so many variants.
Yeah.
It's like, do I really need Easter Rocksteady?
Yeah.
So I try to get the core figures now. If it's like something that comes out I really like. But
sounds good to me. So guys, where else can they find you guys besides Turtle Tracks? Craig, I know you have a fantastic YouTube channel. How did you get started in that? Just like sharing your toy adventures.
Right quick. I mean, I watched a lot of YouTube, and I love retro games, just like Trokus. But I love toys too. So I was like, you know what? I started watching Pixel Dan, Game Chasers, channels like that. And then I was like, hey, I think I can do this. I want to try it out. And so that was about 8 years ago. I just started and didn't stop, and still doing it. So it's pretty freaking wild. It's been that long already.
Yeah, congratulations. So what is the name of your channel, and where can people find you then? Craig, I'll start with you, then we'll go to Chris.
Yeah, so Not Another Retro channel on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok. Give me a follow. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. Like Chris is in a lot of the videos. He might get kidnapped. He might, anything can happen.
Oh my God, nice. So it's turtle collecting, toy collecting, gaming, and a splash of Mr. Beast. Like, oh my God, you can't miss this. So
it's fun. It's fun.
Very nice. And Chris, where can people find you if they want to get in touch? Besides, and give you some turtle praise for your feedback, your website.
I have a Instagram at TurtleChris82. And I just post like really just parts of the collection, finds, mostly turtles, but there's a lot of Motus, a lot of the vintage stuff on there. And I've been running that about 6 years or so. And then I primarily work on the turtletracks.info or at turtletracks.info on Instagram as well. That's probably where you'll start seeing the updates rather than the on the original site. We have like a little update thing, but really just you check the Instagram periodically, and I'll throw up whatever new stuff for the week is on there.
Love it, guys. So as we do bring this in for a landing, I just want to for those viewers listening now, what is one piece of advice you can give them if they were just starting toy collecting for vintage turtle toys? And Chris, I'll start with you, and then we'll wrap it up with Craig.
Kind of like pace yourself. Don't like go after everything at once. Figure out which figures you really want first. Get those, and then just kind of build from there.
Chris nailed it. I mean, don't. If you have the means to go all in and do it, I guess. If you do that, you can get burnt out pretty fast. Just have fun doing it. Have fun with the journey, because it's a ton of fun. You meet a lot of amazing people, and just have fun with it.
Sounds like a good way to go. Exactly. At the end of the day, have fun. Because, yeah, we've been on many of those websites where, unfortunately, some people spend too much, then they have to sell them because, financial comes in. So that's the name of the game, guys. Have fun. Well, I really appreciate your guys' devotion to Turtle fans, helping us out and keeping track of our toys, making sure we find those accessories. And what's nice, now, is we can use your website when we do go to flea markets and we find that accessory bin. It's like, I need that Leonardo throwing star. What, 50 cents? Okay, I'll take it. So
that's our end game on that is helping everybody out, and very much.
Yeah.
Sounds great. Alrighty, guys, that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Hope you guys check out turtletracks.info.
All right, thank you. It's been fun.